Hello everyone. I don't know if I'm going to be saying my name because I don't remember what it is. So welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about what we call gunpla kits, the gunpla I have built. I'll start putting them here. This is the first one I built, right here. The second, right here. And the third and final one I have built right now, for now, hopefully. I'll show you more about the boxes later, but I'm going to show you the actual gunpla. The first one is the Alto right here. It's what we call a 30-minute missions kit. Bring this guy out. Also comes with this little Roy, and it comes with a submachine gun, and that's it. And that's actually what it's meant to be, because if you see here, you're actually able to get separate things for it and to customize it to what you want, like this. Let the camera focus. See? All those web parts and all that. So this is the first one I have built. I built because it was the easiest one to do so. Put you over there. This is the second one. In the box and all other ones, it shows him holding that shield right here in a different way, but I chose not to do that because it was terrible. Damn it. Okay, it fell over. This is what it all comes with. It comes with beams, but pretty much it comes with two right here. Small beam for the actual core Gundam, which is what comes in at the beginning, and the longer one for the Earth 3, where it comes in the combined form, like this. This is a build re-rise one, which is a show that basically you're supposed to is in the game world and shit and stuff like that. Yeah, I actually liked the show. It was fun to watch. It recently ended a while ago. Kind of wish it didn't, but it was supposed to. If you can see right here, you do get other armor sets with it, but you had to get those separate, which makes sense because his entire point is that he has this holding all the armors. Some people might say when they're in some of the armors, you only get this, and sometimes the weapons are separated, and you only get this part because, well, you're supposed to be able to have this, right? And they think that they would have to get multiple of these kits, which is the R3 and other ones that come with a core Gundam, to be able to display them all. You don't need to do that, actually. The point is, you have him wearing one set of armor and have the other one here in the background and support. That is how it's supposed to be. Some people may say that you should display them all. It's like, no, that is unfaithful to the character and all that. But later on that, I'll show later what it looks like when it's put together. But right now I'm going to show the other one, third and final. It is comes with. Here we go. Here it comes with the other things, but oh yeah, with the Alto, you come with this knuckle duster. If you're wondering why this is on there, because the handle sucks. Because it's a circle peg in a round hole. Or circle peg in a square hole. And even then it doesn't hold it much. Like get it in a different pose so you can see the entire thing. Here it is. And the reason I took off the Gatling gun off it, because you don't really need to have it on all the time. Here's the box right here for all that. I'll show you size comparison, because this is actually pretty much a natural, normal size high grade, which is a different grade of it. I'll talk if I need to. I'll later on in another video soon, in the future maybe. I'll talk about what different grades are and all that stuff. It's mainly by this company called Bandai right here, and of this, it's pretty much small kits that are based around this one right here, and this certain one is that. What it looks like in the box, and yes, if you can tell, that is Japanese and all that. The only thing I had to do at the show is the pictures, and I went by that. So yeah. Where's the box? Alright. Okay, I'll do a size comparison right now because it's easier. This is the normal hard grade size. This is the 30-minute missions kit. As you can see, I think it is reasonably shorter. It only comes to here on this goof. And this is the Cargadum. Why shorter? Of course. The row right there just for the fun of it, because that's scaling and all that. To be realistic, normal humans would be about to its foot height right here. This part, I guess 40-year-old, 30-year-old human male or female would be about this height of it. So, quite a big scale. It does come with its sword, but like with this one, it cannot hold it, so I just have it placed here for now until I'm able to modify it so it can hold it. And all that. The reason I don't have the Gatling on it all the time is because it's finicky to have it on there and to put it on. Okay, right now I'm going to show you what the Earth 3 looks like in its full form. Get this out of here. These are off from my hands for the closed fists and a holding hand for the goof to hold the sword, but it can. The problem with this one is that if you ever try to put this shield in its hand, people complain about the hands when they fall apart entirely because they sandwich together. They cannot hold it. The reason why this is the way it is how it's supposed to be. This is called the core spray gun. It's basically a placeholder. It never does much, even in the show. Alright. You had to actually take off all the parts here. But it's mainly a stand to hold all the pieces together. basically you have these feet go down like this, and basically plug these in. Like leg extenders, basically that. And yes, it is designed so those feet stay there. It's meant to be that way. Some people say that it's not very streamlined. No, it is meant to be like that. It shows it is it's an added part, which is supposed to be. Kind of that hard to do in this distance. Like, get close. There's always one thinking one, isn't there? Right now this looks like a Bruno with longer legs. Didn't expect that to happen. So we just fell off, and now you actually was able to find it. Alright. These parts, put there for now. Just gonna take all the pieces off, so I can just easily just grab them without having to take them off. There goes the outer part. You do not switch out the hands because they stay the same. That's why they have such large hands. If they did do what they did, have actual normal sized hands compared to Earthly, they would be small hands. So that's why they don't do it. For the chest part, which is these ones, I'm gonna have to do it off camera because even right now I'm very bad at that. It's never been very cooperative with it. Alright. You actually have to pull these shoulders out. Not do that. Now, it doesn't do that normally just because I didn't pay attention. You can actually pull the shoulders out without how that happened, and that was just one instance at random. It was like pulling things out like that. We do the chest parts because that's the worst part, or the hardest part for me right now. Let's see. Do that. Hey, this time was actually easy. Huh. Of course it is. When it's actually on video, it's like, yeah, it'll just be easy to put on. This is the one that actually my mother actually likes that I show her. The reason is, apparently with the colors, as you will see in the soon, it looks like a certain character of a certain series. Put on the V-pin while I'm at it. This is what the chest looks like, attached. Bring these up. And I just attached the backpack right here. That attaches on. Of course, it's more streamlined in the show because, well, they're able to do that. Show the parts like this. Gotta take out the hands. I'll put on the butt piece because I can. It's one solid piece. Just one solid piece, which I'm actually glad because that's what it was like in the show. These are the front armor pieces. A little tab here that you actually have to put in too. You can see that little peg right there. It's funny, you have to do and plug it in. It's finicky, but it works. You have to risk not breaking it. But that out for now, so I could just do this on its own. Basically, I could just put these hands on extender parts. That's pretty much what they are. And basically put it here, and then instead of the normal hands, and that's basically it. For the transmission of the R3. And this is what it looks like. I will manually focus once in a while if you've seen it focus suddenly. That's because I'm doing it manually because I want to. Basically how this works. This part attaches to the shield, and now it's just an actual good shield. The way this works, it just plugs in here with the cord bright gun, and it is a beam rifle now. It has two different modes. This extend these two apart for a big blast. Big chance. The beam saber, these are called beam sabers. This is what they look like when it's in core gunner mode form, and in this form, it looks like this. Kind of wish they did change it up, because if you probably can tell, it has this kind of like pointed in right here. It is not aligned, but I guess that's how it was in the show, so my comments are mute. You can have it holding the shield. It is finicky, but it works out. But usually you would have this little part right here that is on a normal shield. You just place it like here in one of the holes, and just like that. And a beam rifle, just place it in his hand right here. And all that. I'm actually going to show you what it looks like when it's holding the shield, and then also when it's in the siege blast mode. This will be finicky, so I'm going to do it off camera. This is how you initially see in the show it first holding the shield, like this. And the siege mode, these parts, I don't know if I'll do it off camera. And it just happened, and just fell apart. I'm gonna do it without the hand on it in the hand. Probably should have done it before, but at least now I've showed you one of the only gripes, one of the few, like 2 or 3 gripes that they have about the actual core gunner. The thing is, these pieces, they sandwich together, then they're easy to fall apart. To be honestly, as soon as I get super glue, I'm super gluing these pieces together. That way I never have to worry about it again. And basically, it turns into this. Some differences. Basically, it turns into this. This moves here. You move this up. Connects these two together. To be honestly, I can just move the arms. Actually, I could not. Actually, I can. I was wrong. it happened again. Get that one in there. And this is basically what it looks like when it's in using its siege mode. That little part moves and there you go. I mean, pretty much how it works and all that. Move that out of the way because it's annoying. I'm just going to move it over here. With the goof, in order to actually support that big, the Gatling gun, yeah, they have had this mechanic right here, where this and the little tab right here, in the ball joint, whenever you put it in, it locks it down so it doesn't move when it's straight down and all this. So you could literally have him point the thing like this, and you would have to really just try and do something in order for it to fall. Like take extreme effort. So it can support that weight, but my personal preference, I do not have him with it. Now that, yes, I'm going to keep that there because, well, it's easier. People say it would be extremely hard to build these gunpla because in any gunpla or market, they come in. I'm taking one of the Altos ones out as an example. These kind of runners and cut out pieces like here and here. And it may be difficult because you may not be able to get the appropriate tools to do so. But it's actually extremely easy. All you need is things like these, and for the nubs, the things that are left off the runners, maybe some sandpaper. Preferably like a fine grit, and if anything, you can modify it like a piece of stick or something, wrap it around and all that, and then make it easier. I found out later I may be able to do more things, but in the future, hopefully, I'll be able to do better with everything. So yeah, right now here's this. Place him next to its thing right here, and have him right here in the middle, just to. And the R3 is taller, pretty much like a regular size high grade. After that, you can decide if you want to display it. They don't like each other apparently. I don't know why. And the meaning of the 30 missions, you can just have it like this and not do anything, but the option parts are actually very cheap, and you can literally, the premise of these is the only limit for the 30 missions kits are only your own imagination. Stepping on one of the beams, that's rude. But if you want the panel line, which is you fill in these lines right here, all these dark parts right here, darker lines right here and here, like this part, and right here in the knee. I did that with just a regular marker like this type. You can get fire tip ones and all that, and you can literally do stuff like here in the goof, here on the pipes right here, if it focus. And the pipes are those black parts on the shoulders, here on the legs. I did all that. took some time, but that's the meaning of it. And if you're wondering why all this stuff is in color around, that's my desk, and I pretty much have stuff held there for a while. Anything else I need to talk about? Basically, that's it. If anything, you would need Q-tips like these. These ones are still being used. Oh, like these. You can use Q-tips like this to help with the eye stickers here and here, or to get rid of any panelings that you don't need, you don't want, and you want to get rid of. But just do stuff like that. Get that over there. And pretty much all that stuff. I did paneling this one, and it was very faint, so I'm actually glad I did that, because it would have been too much. If I tried to do it completely black then, I tried that before, and I got rid of it. Goof comes also with a wire right here, because it's on its hand right here, if you can tell. And this little grappling hook thing. I'm not going to have it constantly display that, because I don't want to ruin, or have a chance to ruin the wire. Because sometimes the wires on these kits do not work well. And also, if you want to see this guy's series, it's actually on YouTube on a channel called Gundam Info. And they're actually they're currently putting in actual Gundam series, the original 2, on their channel, so they can just have it on YouTube. So they don't have any worry about people pirating, stealing the shows and put on pirated websites. So if you want to actually show the premise of how all this gunpla came to be, you'll be able to see the original series, and that's basically the plastic model kits of that series, and this is what became like its own community and stuff. Anything else? Not really. If I do forget anything, I will make another video addressing that, but until then, see you again next time I upload at all, okay? See you later. Goodbye.